2,
3. Relax the pressure on your legs, but keep this in. You with me?
yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna do a little light touch. Go ahead, pull belly button in. Okay, press about 70% pressure. Press. Count to 4.
1, 2, 3, 4.
And relax the legs. He's not used to doing this when I know. Do you feel all that tension kick in here?
Yeah.
Deep in? Outside is deep in his core. Do 5, 6, and 7 with your eyes closed. Go ahead, press.
5,
Come on, press.
6,
Yes,
7.
and relax. Okay, you can open your eyes for a second. So we went to those 3 to 7 progressions. So he's maintaining this, which is a good job. You know, you're rock climbing, okay? Has anybody gone hiking and you walk up, right? You walk up and you're like, okay, I can do this, climb, right? I'm up, and you're up, and you go to every now and then you look down like, oh, okay, you're getting up top and you're coming back down, and you're like, oh yeah, we're good, we climbed up. And we go like this, we're going, oh, I don't think I'm gonna be able to step down. So what do you do?
Down climb. Yeah.
Right? And then slide down, right? The reason I point this out because this is why this exercise is so critical for the stabilization for your next step. When he has that pressure right there, he's all of a sudden it's kicking in, it's going to stabilize his hips so when his foot lands. When you do that with a too big a step and you're not, it's too much, right? You second guess yourself wrong, right? You go down, what happens with the knee? You go down, you go, whoa, right? The knee goes crazy because you have this hips goes crazy, the knee goes crazy, and you almost fall. You guys ever been that close to that? You don't follow me when you're, everybody's hyped to a degree. And as you get older, you get smarter, hopefully. Accustomed to it. But the real essence of what we're trying to achieve is really for when they stay on the beam. If they can do all the exercises on the beam, no matter what level, they're really having the entire kinetic chain engaged. If they fall off and they step off and they can't hold it together, their minds are not involved, or they're not really totally the activation you need. So it's kind of like, if they can't do it, they can't do it. You can tell right away, like what level is appropriate for them. If you got level 1 and somebody's just doing tail spins on it, it's like, okay. And I switch your poses and come back. So again, we're going back to lunge. Are your hips centered right between your feet? Switch legs. Okay, so these are what I call these are step out lunges. Right in front of each other, close, yeah, like that. Work both those legs. Get your toes to your fingertips. Down, good, then away, and back up. Transverse rotation. Okay, one at chest level, and then one above the head. It's all incredible. Up to you guys. And shift, right? And I can stabilize and just work on that. Immediately, and feel that action in your core requirements. Be open, again, and just try to hold it. Good. And hold that and breathe. Center, and try the other direction. Keep your head in tilt position as well as bring it back. Use your visual, hold, stabilize, press up a little higher, and try to hold it. Good core control, and that bottom position is just lightly touching the floor. So what I wanted to do is I wanted to say, I created one of my classes. It's called On Yoga Action. So and our tagline is, being work is sexy, like yoga on steroids. It's like, okay, now I'm going to challenge you to use that control of your breath. You're in tune with your breath and that focus, that concentration, that focus, right? And get them up and doing real-time active action movements, functional movements. Not expect them to be an athlete, but your variation of the theme. So putting you in your comfortable shoes, putting you on a stable environment, forcing you to work on your balance and your stuff down to practical functionality and ability to be good on your feet. So I'm not claiming to be able to teach them rhythm. But I'm going to, I'd say one of the main things I do, I'm going to get you better on your feet, keep you good on your feet. And that's really the idea of that firm surface.